Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants. My name is Amos. I'll be your trainer today under the Tcash Soko app. And remember, this is where we say that digital biashara is the future of biashara. And indeed, it is the future of biashara because Tcash is enabling it to be the future of biashara. So the training this today and on under this session will be on cash sales, records, and statements. So you're going to learn what cash sales would refer to, how the records are kept, and how you can get the statements helping you, especially make some informed decisions in your business. And at the very onset of this session, I would mention that the app has two sections. There is the personal section and there is the business section. So the section that we're dealing with is the business section. Why the business section? Because that is where you make the sales from, because we're dealing with the cash sales, records and statements. So those records will not be on the personal side. So kindly, it is very important that you ensure you're on the business side. And how do you ensure that? You just look at the very top, ensure that the circular icon is the icon that has your business logo. If it is not the icon that has your business logo, then you should know you're on the wrong side of the app and you just switch from the personal side to the business side by just tapping the word personal or the business in whichever way you would want to. I'm already on my business side, so I'll not have to move to the personal side. And you can see the app is telling me, hello, Amos, you're the owner of Aura Beauty Shop. And of course, you can see that my Tcash balance is zero. So I try to refresh that. I need that balance to change because I know I have some money. I know I have some money here. It should actually, yeah, I have some money. I have 126 shillings and I have three tickets, Rotary tickets, which is a good thing. This means I might be one of the winners of these month's Rotary. I hope I will be. Then you can see today's performance has been immense. I've sold 348 shillings worth of goods. This has been done in two transactions, and I have handled zero orders and zero customers. So this means that these transactions were actually cash kind of sales, and you're going to view that and see how these sales can be done and what they mean, and actually get to understand something called the platform fee. So yani tunaenda kusoma hiyo mambo ya sales to understand vizuri. App inaniondoleaje kitabu kwa shop yangu, inanirekodia aje hizi records. Hizi records nitakuwa nazi-access aje? Because remember, we are moving digital. We are transforming our businesses from being manual businesses where there is a lot of work to be done by you as the business owner. In terms of like manual paperwork, we are moving away from that and replacing this with an application that will be helping us manage all these things all under one app in our phone. So let's get started. So when you look at down here, you have the option of home, orders, sale, wallet, and businesses. So for you to, of course, make a cash sale, you need to have a customer who is coming to your shop to buy. So you customer akikuja, amekuja kununua, then you do the sell. Once you press the sell, then these three options appear. There is the option of catalog, the express, and the voice assistant. So of course, in this case, because I just want it to be a cash sale, I can do an express, assuming that it is very busy so that we don't take a lot of time. So maybe this person wants to buy something under the facial, and this might be the baby gel costing 50 shillings, something of that sort. And then I press on the next. When I press on the next, then I have to choose the customer's payment method, yani ananilipa using which method. So of course for this one, I'll not choose the Tcash Soko. I'll not choose the external wallet on purpose because I want us to see how this transaction can be done or under the cash basis and still record kept by the app. So I'll proceed to cash payment, which is the last option. So when I take it, then itasema get paid. Yani nipewe pesa. So once I press on get paid, it tells me to confirm. I will just confirm. And of course, you can see it is telling me that that is tick. The purchase has been completed. And this is today at 6:19 p.m. And the service fee for the cash payment will be deducted from my next digital checkout, or I can choose to pay the fee now. So if you look at down here, there is some information that I would want us to understand together, that I'm being told that the previous cash fee balance was 46.01. What does this balance mean? This balance means the money that I have, um, the money that I can use to pay the platform fee. So this platform comes at a very small fee to our businesses. If you compare the fee and the advantages that the platform is bringing to our businesses, I would say the fee is just but a drop in the ocean. Why? Because it is 1 shilling for every transaction 100 and below, and the fee is also 1% of every transaction that is above 100 shillings. What does that mean? That if somebody buys something that is below 100, yani app inanidai tu 1 bob, like I just paid 1 bob. And for anybody buying something above 100, that is a person who is buying a product that is costing, say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, then this can be charged at only 1%. When this person is selling or buying, sorry, from you on cash terms, or when you, as the business person, you're selling to that person on cash terms. Um, what does that mean? That the 1% of 1,000, which is actually 10 shillings, is what the app will need from you to keep those records for you for that cash transaction. And that is how the app gets to develop a kitty for itself, so that it is well maintained and it is up to date for your business usage. So your fee, see it in ukora or anything, it is something that the money will be used by the developers of the app to make sure that the app is not threatened by any malicious activities. It is just a maintenance fee. And that is why it is very affordable. Remember, the advantages that we are getting here ni advantages kama kuondoa mavitabu. Then you have a smart way of recording sales. You can access your business information from anywhere you are in this world. Unaweza kuwa like you're not even in Kenya. You may have traveled for holidays in Dubai, and you can still access the information of your business through your phone. And that is what the app is doing. So when you compare this kind of advantage with the fee, it's very minimal. Concerning the cash fee balance, it is very important that we understand, ukifungua tu shop hivi unapewa 50 like free of charge. Hiyo ni cash fee yako utumie. So nikiitumia, when anytime I sell via the cash, the balance reduces. So for instance, the previous balance was 46 in my case, 46.01 shillings. I made a cash transaction that was worth 50 shillings. So therefore, because this transaction is below 100, 1 shilling was to be deducted from the 46 that was there. So nikididaktiwa hiyo na baki na 45. The cash sales that I can do before I settle is up to 9,501. So that means naweza uza up to 10,000 when I have the complete 50. Like I can make transactions or sales worth up to 10,000. So every time I make a sale, you, of course, the cash sale before settlement ina reduce to, itaenda tu ikireduce. Ikifika a point uone hiyo cash sale before settlement ni kidogo sana, then you can just top up. We will go into the details of how you can top up, because we'll actually top up this to a figure that is above the 46.01 that we are having. And because now we have understood this section, and in case you have a question, kindly feel free to post it on the comment section. I know anything that concerns a fee that you have to pay raises maybe some questions. So if you have any, just keep it coming on the comment section. I will keep on checking and responding to them promptly. So because you have understood this, let us see, where does this record go? Because we have already made a cash like sale. We have made a sale and we are done with the sale. Where does this information go? And where can I access this information when I need it another time? So because this is done, I'll just press on done. Then of course, I will move back to home. So under the home, you will notice something has happened. The number of sales, or the sales under today's performance, has increased by 50. It was initially 348. It is now 398 shillings. The number of transactions have also increased from 2 to 3. But because this was a cash sale that was done in the shop, then the orders still remain 0. That means nobody has ordered anything online from my shop, and the customers have remained 0 because this customer has also paid on cash basis. Um, if you look down there, the very down, you have the home option, the orders, the sale, the wallet, and the business. So there is one powerful tool that I want us to exploit, the wallet. So when I tap on the wallet, um, of course, there are a number of icons that are there at the very top, and I would want us to understand them and get to know how we can be able to, use them for the sake of our businesses. So the first one is the icon at the very top that appears like a small eye that is circled. In short, it is an info kind of icon. So when I tap on the info icon, it just tells me that this is the Tcash balance. And if my Tcash wallet is connected to the Tcash Soko, then my balance will show at the top. And if you don't have, you click there to get one. So of course, because I have a Tcash wallet and it is connected to my Soko, that is why you can see that my Tcash balance is appearing there. I hope that is well understood. So not moving to the right, I don't want us to move to the right now. I want us to move down. You see that I have my Tcash balance, which is 126. There is something there interesting called the pay later. What is pay later? Pay later is when people pick items from your shop on credit and say that they will pay on a later date. For example, maybe uko na shop kama yangu ya vitu kama beauty products. So when you have a shop that deals with beauty products, kuna watu watakuja who are salaried. So these guys wanagoja pesa yao at the end of the month. So akikuja kwa shop yako anaweza kuja na akwambie, I want to pick this item on credit and then I'll pay once I get my salary from my employer or once I get money. So that is a pay later kind of thing. You're giving the service today or the product today, but the money will come later. So the app will be recording that for you. And the advantage is there is automatic debt collection. So once these guys load money on their Tcash inadidactiwa, unarudishwa pesa yako. And that is how interesting the app is making debt collection for us. The cash sale that we made is here now recorded. So when I want to view the details of that transaction, I just tap on that cash sale payment that I want to view. For example, this one for the 50, I want to view it. So once I tap on it, you can see that this is a cash payment of 50 shillings that was done today at 16:19 p.m. And the receipt is an express receipt. The express receipt, we said under the previous session that this express is when you're selling when it is very busy. That is the option I chose so that I would just do that quickly. So if I tap the express receipt, you can see that this was something under the facial. that was sold for 50 and it was sold in store. There is the option of adding a note there. Sometimes you may want to record a certain transaction as a transaction maybe of interest to you. Maybe this is something that I sold on credit. So I can say that this was sold on, not on credit, but on discount. So that means nilipea huyo mtu discount. That is why nikamuuzia 15 na nikatumia express. And that is how maybe you can keep that record and ensure that you can always refer to that. If I go to another one, for example, this one for the 299, if I tap on it, then you can see that it appears it was also an express receipt. So if I tap on the express receipt, I can see that this was a receipt under the makeup option, and the subtotal was 299 and the service fee was negative 2.99. Something interesting here that I would want us to understand. When we talk about a subtotal of 299, but a service fee of 2.99, remember 299 is above 100 shillings. And therefore, the service fee or the app fee is going to be 1% of that. The 1% of 299 is the 2.99. And that is why you can see that the app is doing the calculation for me and telling me that despite making a sale of this and paying this fee, the amount I'm supposed now to receive as a business person is 296.01. Of course, mtu amenunua atakuwa amenipea pesa yote 299 in cash, so it is up to me to pay the 2.99, like to pay back to the app. And remember, we are going to exploit and see how that can be done. And of course, definitely you can also add a note if need be for this transaction, so that every time you want to refer to these records, you can be able to refer to them. And you can view all of them. You have the option of viewing all down there. When you tap on it, this screen now shows up or appears, where now you can search for a certain transaction, or rather, you can go to the various categories based on how you received the money from the transaction. The first one is for all. Like, this is all the transactions you have made. We have made just 3 transactions in this shop today. So that is why all of them that are appearing are the 3. If I tap the Tcash, you'll see that there is no transaction that is appearing there, because there is nobody who has bought from my shop via the Tcash stock or platform. If I go to the external wallet, still nothing there to show. But when I go to cash, the 3 transactions appear, because these 3 transactions have been cash transactions. So I can just go back. Now, we have talked about the service fee. The next question would be, how then can I be able to maybe top up this service fee? How do you top up the service fee? Once you're on this wallet section, remember I'm still under wallet. Once you're on the wallet section, at the very top now, towards your right hand side, you have 2 icons there. I'll start with the one at the right hand most side, like the dollar sign kind of icon. If I tap on it, then these cash payments now appear. The platform service fee, I'm being told, for the cash sale is 45.01. I'm also being told that I'm supposed to settle this before it reaches negative 50. What does that mean? That I can still make some sales even if this is below 0. Like, what am I meaning there? Sometimes unaweza kuwa customer amekuja na anataka kubuy things on credit and maybe huko umesettle. This app can loan you up to 50 shillings. Like, you can still do the cash sales mpaka time yenye itakata, time yenye hii balance yako itakuwa negative 50. That can happen up to when your balance is negative 50. So like, ukicombine, app ilikupea 50 venye ulianzia na inaweza kupea another credit ya 50. So you have allowance ya kuuza using 100 shillings. And that is why I said that for you to like make these sales, the maximum number of sales you can make is up to 10,000, because 10,000 would mean that the 1% of the 10,000 is the 100, and that is why it is capped at 10,000 before you again top up the 100. So if you don't wish to regularly settle this fee for cash payment, you can top up in advance. So like tuseme mimi staki stress, najua hii app nikiitumia natumianga in a month something like cash sales inakujanga around 300, naweza top up you 300 in advance, so that client akikuja mimi wana deduct from my like deduct from the money I had settled before. Remember, kuna systems mbili, for example in the Kenyan context, za kulipa stima. There is the token one and kuna hii ingine yenye ilikuwa the old meter. For the old meter ulikuwa unatumia power and then wanakuja wanakucharge, and then there is the token yenye unalipa kwanza then unatumia. So on the app you have the option of choosing to pay first then use, or to use the app up to making cash transactions of up to 10,000, then pay the service fee, which is just 100 shillings. So if I want to top up, then I would just enter the amount here. For example, because I've used about 5 shillings or something, I can just add the 5. Or let me add 10 shillings. If I press on 10, then press on top up, and then top up. Of course, this is going to be done. The all set, your cash checkout fee are settled, and you can continue using the cash payment. So this is done. And because I've settled up, let me see how now that appears. Balance yangu, unaona, it has changed from 45 to 55. So that is how you can be able to top up. But now, hii pesa ilikuwa wapi? Hii ni pesa yenye nilikuwa nayo kwa Tcash balance yangu. So my Tcash balance was initially at the beginning of this session 126. So let us go back there and see whether there is a change. So allow me to just go back there to the home option. Sorry, even the wallets can just show me. The wallets, you can see under the wallets, the Tcash balance is 116. If I come back to home, the wallet balance needs to be refreshed so that it can pick up the new data. Yeah, the Tcash balance is also 116. So that is how you can be able to make like a top up for this cash fee balance, so that now you're able to sell to your customers via the cash basis. So one icon that you have not exploited on the wallet is the second one from the right at the very top. The second one from the right at the very top. That is the only one that we have not exploited or discussed. So when I tap on it, then the sales insights appear. So these sales insights are comprehensive reports of how my business is doing. So you can have a look at the sales overview and the transaction peaks. This would keep the records of your sales overview. For example, you can see for this month of March, I've made total sales of 399, and these have involved, as I swipe to the right, 3 transactions. On average, every transaction is 132.67. This average inapatikana aje? Wanachukua hii total sale wana divide by 3 wanapata hiyo average. So unajua transaction moja on average ilikuwa 132. The best performing day. So why is this information important? It is very important that we know the best performing day in our businesses, because we know that that is the day that we need to have so many people now coming in to help us, coming in to assist us do the business. So we're able to know, and we're able to know that on that day our business cannot be closed. So for example, hapa inaonyesha that my best performing day is Tuesday based on the number of transactions that I've made this day, and the busiest time period is between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So this is based on the times when now you sell the most. So you see, it is giving you a comprehensive report. This report hauwezi ipata kwa black book yako ya biashara. Of course, there are some things you will have in your business black book, for example, the stock updates and so on, but you won't get such comprehensive reports on your best performing day, your busiest time period, your sales trend, how you trading in terms of sales, and which month is the best month, and the averages and so on. You'd have to do a lot of calculation. But this app is a very important app. Why? Because it is doing all this for us and making our businesses easier to run. Remember, the app is letting us now focus on the business, focus on making money, as opposed to focusing on records, updating, and so on and so forth. So it is coming to help us stick to our lane, and our lane will be now doing the biashara. The app now will be doing the maths, it will be doing the transactions for us. And this is a very interesting thing. So that is how you can be able to make cash sales. And when you make cash sales, you now know that there is a fee that is deducted on that cash sale. And of course, this fee is provided by the app to the tune of 100 shillings, in terms of 50 in terms of cash when you open that business. And you can be loaned up to 50, another 50. So that makes it a total of 100. And you can use all this amount to make the cash transactions by paying the fees using that money. The fees are very manageable. It is 1 shilling for any transaction below 100. And of course, it is 1% of any transaction that is above 100. And when these sales are made, you can be able to access these reports via the wallet section. And of course, you can also be able to top up your cash sale balance via the wallet section. And for you to do so, you must have some money on your Tcash account. How can you get money on your Tcash account? You can either have people pay you via the Tcash, or pay you via the external wallet, that is their M-Pesa to your Tcash wallet, or rather you can also top up by visiting a Tcash agent or any KCB agent. And that is how you can be able to, of course, do cash sales. And we now know that this history is recorded and captured for us in a better way, much better way than we would have in a book. And that brings us to the end of our second session today, and that is the cash sales, records, and statements. And if you type the question on the comment section, I'll be responding to it promptly as soon as I see it. Have a great evening. Let us do digital biashara with the Tcash, because digital biashara is the future of biashara. Thank you.